Nearly 75 years ago, the entire planet was on edge, anticipating the brink of global destruction from the press of one button: a nuclear launch. The Cold War lasted 5 years, and during that period not a single moment passed where the imminent threat of a nuclear holocaust wasn't a possibility. All around the world, countries prepared their citizens for the day that fortunately never came. Top secret nuclear bunkers were hidden throughout the Soviet Union. We're about to journey into an underground time capsule to one of the most terrifying times in history. This is one of at least 1,000 in the country.
That's why we had to break this panel, and we've got into the ventilation. So don't touch the floor, don't touch sides.
So these are all just their records, and
you can see these signs, and every table belongs to some responsible person. The black and white pictures you see.
Oh!
Yeah. It's all original. It's just left here as it was sealed in the 90s, and it is staying in this condition until now.
What?
Yes, masks.
RPG.
Welcome to TFIL, the list of 1,000 things I want to do before I die. This episode is sponsored by Simply Safe. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to TFIL. We are in Ukraine. I cannot say where we are, and we're actually not allowed to show what we're going to be doing for the next 30 minutes because we'll be going into one of the untouched Soviet Union Cold War nuclear bunkers that is underneath the city. This is one of at least 1,000 in the country and tens of thousands in the Soviet Union. We're just going to teleport inside. We're meeting up with Max. If you saw our last video, Max is just one of the most legendary urban explorers in the world. We're going to meet up with him. We cannot show how we're getting into this place, so...
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
As the aftermath of World War II began to settle, and the destroyed Europe was entering a stage of repair, a new battle began to emerge in Eastern Europe. After the surrender of Nazi Germany in May of 1945, the now European superpower, Soviet Union, began to take the reins upon the countries afflicted by the war. A communistic leadership was put into place not only within the Soviet territory, but the neighboring countries it had a grasp on, leading to the United States returning to a potential battlefront to oppose the growing threat of communism rule. This global tension resulted in immediate action and the formation of an alliance between the USA and European allies, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, now known as NATO, designed explicitly to oppose the Soviet presence in Europe. At this point, only the United States had ever demonstrated their combat superpower, the atomic bomb. That was until 1949, when the Soviets exploded their first atomic warhead, setting the stage for a nuclear standoff and allowing further tensions to rise. Chinese communists took control over mainland China, and soon after, the invasion of North Korea into South Korea. Now, every section of the globe became aware of how quickly and severe the Cold War could become. Top secret nuclear bunkers were a necessity for the survival of their country's citizens, packed with gas masks, weaponry, armor, telecommunication systems, anti-radiation ventilation systems, and secret passageways for the entrance and evacuation. These bunkers are estimated to be in the tens of thousands just in the Soviet Union area alone. How many, and precisely where most are, is entirely unknown. Even within recent years, we have discovered nuclear arsenal storage bunkers in countries that were never suspected of having any, such as Poland. The global nuclear chess game only continued to evolve and operate at a higher speed year after year. By 1962, the United States and Soviet Union both began developing intercontinental missiles, while simultaneously utilizing geographically and politically strong allies to increase their threat upon their enemies. Cuba, one of the nearest countries to the United States, became an exposed nuclear harbor for the Soviets, leading to the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. This was the nearest tensions arose to global destruction. As we know today, the launch of a nuclear missile never occurred, and by 1963, the two superpowers had signed a treaty to end the tensions. Our journey today is into one of the nearly countless nuclear bunkers spread around the world, but this one in particular is within the limits of one of the most important cities during the Cold War, leaving it with some of the most remarkable historical items that we can ever see or touch. Hey everyone, before we head into the nuclear bunker, I just wanted to stop in and give a shout out to our very fitting sponsor, Simply Safe. They are currently having their best deals of the year, so if you've ever wanted to make your home or a loved ones feel safe, there is no better time than right now. They are an award-winning home security system, and right now you have early access to all of their Black Friday deals that could save you 50% or more. All of their systems are customized to your home with a massive variety of cameras and sensors, incredibly simple to set up. It took me around 10 minutes to do my entire house, and a lot of these sensors were actually just auto-connecting to the home the second I turned them on. And the best part was, it all got delivered right to my doorstep. My favorite device they have is the wireless outdoor camera that I currently have set up, and it's great for me because I can check in on my house whenever I'm traveling abroad. It auto-detects motion and can even auto-record. This was a fun thing for me to see while I was out and about. I've been incredibly hesitant to get any kind of home security system, but Simply Safe was exactly that. So simple, did everything from my phone almost instantly, and now I have peace of mind whenever I'm gone that my house is safe, my roommates are safe, my dogs are safe, and everything is good to go. So right here I have the home base as well as the other devices that I have set up in the house, which include my doorbell camera. Of course, I have the keypad. I have a camera for the front interior of the house, so when people come in, I know who's entering and leaving. So go ahead and save yourself 50% or more on Simply Safe's biggest sale of the year by heading over to simplysafe.com/TFIL. Do yourself the favor. But now, we're gonna go into a Cold War bunker to figure out how people kept them safe at the brink of nuclear war.
So we use this black entrance for bringing people down. We prepared it many years ago already. I found this bunker when I was coming back home by bus. From the bus window I saw the blast-resistant shaft in the bushes. Then later, a few days later, I came back to explore the territory around, and I found this entrance. That's how I found this place. Later we brought like an oil jack to destroy some blast-resistant panels. You will see them a little bit later. And through that hole created by my team, we've got in for the first time. And only a couple of years later, we started taking some people here. We don't take locals on this tour because we try to keep it in the secret. Locals usually don't respect abandoned places. When they find some cool abandoned place, first thing they do usually is like they loot it out. They take all goods out, they sell everything, they make graffitis, then they can burn a fire inside. That's why we don't take locals on this tour, only foreigners, because you will go back home and you won't make a trouble, let's say, right? So we keep it in a secret. You can remember that Urbex Codex, right? So come on.
Let's go.
This is not the main entrance, this is emergency tunnel, emergency exit.
Oh, wow. Oh, boys, we're in the body shoot.
Yeah.
We're back at the body shoot. Wow.
So here you can see these blast-resistant panels that can stop the explosion wave. Because after nuclear explosions, a monstrous blast-resistant, like blast wave is getting in, and this blast-resistant panel can stop it. Do you see it's under suspension?
Wow.
See?
Yeah.
So when the pressure of that explosion wave falls down, this panel jumps back and air continue entering that ventilation system. But of course we won't use the blast-resistant door to enter the bunker. I want to take you in original urban exploration way, through the ventilation shaft, like real urbexers do. So, come on. Wow. Come on. Wow. Not much space in here, so not all together.
Oh, I just saw what it is.
Oh, gee,
Where you should go.
In order to get inside, you need to put your hands into this hole, lie down on your belly, reach the floor with your hands and move on them. Okay? It's pretty easy. You will dive like a dolphin into this hole, believe me. I'm showing you an example and you guys repeat this, okay? Can you please hold this blast resistance? Infiltration begins.
In porn, this would be penetration begin.
Whoa.
Yeah, Corey.
Yes, step bro.
Don't touch the floor, don't touch sides.
Don't wait. What?
Don't touch these metal sides because they're very sharp.
Is that our next entrance?
Yes.
Really?
No, sometimes sometimes it happens. We are crawling through such pipes.
No way.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, I'm cheating. I shouldn't look.
Cheek.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't touch the sides.
Just like that. Yep. Check.
Yep.
That's what we done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to handstand. Keep going to the next hole.
That's how we all did it. I thought if we could go somewhere.
Another head injury.
Bang bang. Oh wow! This feels like infiltration.
This is a power plant. Here we have two backup diesel generators because this bunker could stay without electricity during 7 days after the end of the war. The bunker was projected like a secret underground laboratory to save governmental documents and information about Soviet Union economy development.
This is the next entrance. See if you can fit. Alright, here we go. No, there it is. You see it?
Such good bunkers, fully functioning bunkers usually belong to militaries or governmental buildings. All other less needed objects became abandoned, turned into the decay places, let's say. I'd like to say also that this bunker, exactly this one, is staying in a very good condition. Everything is still here. All the equipment, almost all the equipment is not like scrapped for metal. It's quite unique condition. But except this bunker, there are many other interesting places. Like other bunkers, I've been to more than 100. Most of them in Kiev, and also in other cities of Ukraine, and of course I visited a couple of bunkers abroad.
How many do you think there are total, like in Ukraine?
In Ukraine, thousands.
Thousands.
Just
Ukraine.
Just Ukraine.
How many do you think are in the Soviet Union, or what the Soviet Union was?
Thousands and thousands, like maybe 10,000, I don't know. Because every Soviet building built in Stalin's era has a small bomb shelter. And now I'm talking about all shelters, small capacity, big, secret or not, general. Every big hospital built in Soviet times has a bunker. Every big factory has up to 10 bunkers to save all workers.
Wow.
Thousands of workers are working, and everyone could find a shelter in the bunker. For example, these bunkers' capacity is 500, and it was projected just to save scientists from the institute and equipment, that computers with the information.
So you're saying like the citizens of the Soviet Union were like all instructed and knew what to do, that there were bunkers?
Trainings 3 times a year. Every child at school knew how to take on gas masks.
You
ready?
Each want to take one handle?
Yeah. Take this back.
There you go.
Oh.
Wait.
All right, wait. Who needs to go first?
What in the? Wow. Jonah, you're about to be in B-roll heaven, my friend.
So here you can take a look at these shoes. Do you recognize
Oh
them?
yeah. Look at that.
So all posters are originals.
That's pretty incredible.
You see, 1977.
Yeah.
See?
What kind of guns are these?
Wow.
Every year, a couple of times a year, people were having trainings inside bunkers just to study civil defense subject. It was like a subject, civil defense. Everyone knew how to use gas masks, how to operate equipment in the bunker. Every worker was responsible for something. It was like a crew or rescue crew, engineering crew, medical crew, Everyone was involved in this.
Wow. Hey.
This is wild. So we going in here?
Yeah, this is like one of the laboratories. Do you see all important rooms were staying under alarm? This is an alarm box. And this is the first Faraday cage that was like all equipment, computers were sold, and then it was turned into the storage of that archives documents. Now the storage is abandoned.
Yeah, wow. Holy!
Jeez, look at this.
This is all just...
Wow, one fire down here. Take out everything.
So these are all just their records and...
Yes, this is all, the information is about Soviet Union economy development, different statistics, bookkeeping, other boring information.
Wish I could read any of this.
Do you hear the acoustics?
Yeah.
You can close the door. By the
Oh,
way,
the sound
and you
deadening
won't
is
hear
incredible.
echo anymore. Close it tightly. Oh, do you hear? No acoustic. Because now take a look at these walls. Everything is covered with special panels. This is a Faraday cage itself. It consists of 3 layers. First, it's like aluminium, then microfiber glass wool behind, and the third layer is a layer of metal also. Altogether, these walls could stop EMP, and computers here in this room, they were protected from the EMP after nuclear explosion.
I feel like I have like noise canceling headphones on right now.
Right?
It's like throwing off my
It
balance.
reminds me of the chair that was at the one haunted place.
mansion.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
red chair.
Yep.
I mean, to us, everything in here is interesting. Look,
Wow.
just,
That's such a nice shade of green.
dude, it's just completely filled with gas masks.
Oh. Dude. What?
Whoa.
Guys, so this is the original storage left in original condition. It's like a storage of the civil defense. So here you can find, in every bunker you can find the same storage. Here in such storages, civil defense crew was keeping different equipment, gas masks, NBC suits, posters and everything. It's all original. It's just left here as it was sealed in 90s and it is staying in this condition until now. Because we keep the place in a secret.
Dude, this is...
No, guys already having fun with the equipment.
Like, the closest I've ever been to this is going into a prop store in like Hollywood where you can like rent these things in bulk. Dude,
You can find gas masks, different Geiger counters for measuring radiation, posters and so on and so on.
We saw that at Chernobyl.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got an RPG. Does it go this way? Hey, what are you doing?
It's not loaded.
I know. I just don't want to be on.
Is it? No, okay.
This one is already used. It's like
Oh, yeah.
real one. It was used during trainings probably. Mass distraction weapons of states. See, United States Air Forces, USAF, and different characteristics.
So if they knew that this one hit, then they would understand like how far to be.
Yes. Do you see something they didn't knew? Because
Right.
that characteristics could be secret.
Yeah.
See?
Oh wow, that's like the cleanup situation.
Yeah.
The homes.
See?
Oh my
They are
god.
searching. Do you see? They are trying to rescue people from the bunker.
Oh.
Built-in shelter. Do you see the shelter, the direction?
Yeah.
That's how Soviet Union was getting ready to the nuclear war. Here you can guys take a look how these laboratories were looking like in better days. So in these rooms, these big computers were staying. Nowadays your mobile phone is probably more powerful than the whole laboratory at that time here. And this is like explosion of EMP, electromagnetic waves, spread around the city and everything switches off.
Wow.
See, like,
Yeah.
and only computers and equipment in such rooms.
I'm over here learning about what could have been the end of the world, and they are sucking farts out of each other's holes.
We all learn in different ways.
The vaccine?
Yeah.
Actually, I already got it. Both shots.
Whoa. Have you got the booster?
No, actually, I've not got the booster.
It uses a booster seat though. We have the next 8 boosters for the Moderna vaccine
Okay.
already ready.
Okay.
So if you can just sit on each of these, they'll take into effect probably within 2 to 3 weeks.
Can you show me how?
Turn the camera off.
You can see these signs, and every table belongs to some responsible person. Everyone was responsible for something. Managers like civil defense manager, medical crew manager, chief of the evacuation squad, and so on and so on. The black and white pictures you see.
Oh wow.
All these pictures taken during preparations, trainings, and stretchers and jackets. Everything was used only for trainings.
Wow.
There's all their TV, I guess possibly even their computer monitors.
7 TVs.
This is TVs, yeah. You see this shit?
See what shit?
Over here.
The noise he got. I didn't even see what it was. I was like, oh my god.
Is this phone still hooked up?
Yes, but better don't press the button because sometimes it rings back. It's connected. You can put up the ring, like, and listen. Do you hear the noise?
Yeah.
So it's connected. This is only one connected phone left in the bunker. Sometimes we face such situations. By the way, guys, please notice that this in Soviet times it was maximum secure. Do you see this white? You can come closer to the wall and take a look.
It's so flat.
You can see also yellow cables behind. Small yellow wires. Yeah. So no one could break the wall in order to this room. Even ventilation shaft has such wires inside. So no one could crawl into this room through the ventilation shaft. Like in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Yo, we found something. I think it's radioactive though. We should probably get out.
This is one of my favorite places, so I will tell you the favorite story I have about urban exploration. So as I'm doing this for 10 years, I can name like many cool objects I visited, but the best one is located in Baikonur. It's a small closed city in Kazakhstan, and the only one way to get there is like by foot, because for us it's like closed town. It's a closed military town rented by Russia until 2050. So they have a big cosmodrome near the city of Baikonur, and they still make launches of different missiles there. The most interesting and fascinating place is a huge hangar with 2 abandoned spaceships left for dead inside. It's like Buran. The name of the spaceship is Buran. It's like a copy of Space Shuttle, American Space Shuttle.
Yeah.
It's like a copy, but a little bit bigger.
Wow.
This project was abandoned like in 90s after the end of Soviet Union because no one had enough money to continue this project to develop it. The spaceship, it made only one flight in automatic regime. It landed automatically. The fueling complex with different laboratories nearby, rooms, workshops, and 2 spaceships themselves are staying completely abandoned close to the active cosmodrome. And we did 2 days walking, like 2 days trekking, to get there through the wild desert with snakes, with scorpions, to see that temple of urban exploration, because it's unbelievable. The hangar is as big as 16-story building, maybe bigger. It has like 2 spaceships inside, completely abandoned, and you can even get into that spaceship.
You can get in the spaceship?
Yes, abandoned spaceship. Another 4 guys who decided to go there after us, like a few months later, they got captured not even inside of that hangar, they got captured 1 kilometer away from it in a flat desert, because it's like a flat desert and it's not possible to hide there. And Russians started using night vision systems. So when you come at night, they see you. So they captured them and they imprisoned them for 3 days or 3 or 4 days just for fun into the Kazakh's jail. What else can happen? Only God knows, because Russians are crazy and they can name you a spy.
Yeah.
And you will never come back. Of course, guards were walking around. We were hiding from them, sneaking like. We also saw the launch of the rocket.
No
we saw the
way.
launch. Yes, we saw the launch. The launch from the rocket, and it's like, it's amazing. We were staying 5 kilometers away from it, and it happened at night.
Oh.
I was taking pictures, and then suddenly, it started getting into space, into the sky, and I was so shocked I could not find the right button to switch it into video on my camera. I took out my phone and I started filming it with my phone, but I have that video somewhere on my PC. I have only a picture of that rocket.
Oh.
Holy!
Look at that. Holy sh**. I feel like one day, like, it's like the government's just gonna like come to your house and just take you.
So Baikonur trip was my favorite, basically.
Wow. So we're not going there.
No.
I have a story with a space shuttle also.
Can you put us in the mood though? I don't feel like you're conveying like the story.
What are you
You want me to?
Yeah, I'm not excited.
feeling it.
I'm not excited.
I want to
feel like I'm
in a theater.
I want
The
to.
year was 2013.
Jack, make all this animated also. Don't leave the camera on me. Do the cartoon right now, Jack, okay?
I was 17 years old, and I was at the girl's house, and there was a girl that was dating my best friend at the time. I think my best friend was there, but I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember that part, but I think he was there. If you're watching this, and you're like, wait, you were at my girlfriend's house when you were 17 and I wasn't there, that's weird. I'm gonna keep going with the story. We were drinking,
Milk.
and her parents came home. We heard the car pull into the driveway, and I walked to the back. I opened up the window, I climbed out the window, and I went to go get in me car. I couldn't find me car.
I traveled like you did.
Through the desert to the Kennedy Space Center. I got on the rocket, get in the ship, just stay with your wrist car, and then you'll play in the back of the car.
And I was almost 18 at the time.
Boys, gather around. Come here. Come here. Here was 1982. I was fingers deep in some balls.
Wait, what?
I cannot hold it together.
Wait.
You were fingers deep in some balls. Let's run that part, Bo. Say that part over.
I don't understand.
I was 3 fingers deep in some balls with my men on the lane, watching it get all oiled up. Every time it's throwing a strike, didn't matter. Throw it right hand, throw it left hand, throw it between my legs.
Strike.
I would kick it.
Strike.
I would throw it blindfolded.
Strike.
I would throw it with a little twist.
Strike.
I would throw a little twist and a shout. Didn't matter, hit a strike that time.
Strike.
And then I knew the Cold War was out, and I was like, this is not my purpose. I can't miss. So I went up to the Army's office, and I was like, I want to be a spy. And they're like, sir, you have bowling balls all around your body. You ain't no good here. And I went to the nearest zoo, and I was like, you know what Russians have? Bears. So I broke a bear out of the zoo, and I straddled that bear, and I rode it into the bowling alley, and we ate those pins. And then the Army was like, yeah, you're in. You a now. And then I went to Russia, and then I got shot 2 times.
What? Where? Show us the score.
They're my balls. Fingers deep. 3 fingers deep.
He's like, I'm out.
Okay. I don't know what the I gonna do that.
He's gonna do some good animation.
Alright, should we get out of here now?
Yeah.
We're done, guys.
Alright, well, we're gonna head out. We can't show how we got in here, or obviously how we got out here, but thank you again for showing us this place.
Oh, welcome,
And
guys.
you just launched your YouTube channel, your Instagram's packed with pictures, so it's all right here on the screen. Check them out. I mean,
And his
Don't
videos
shut your
are
mouth.
crazy
Yeah.
well
Crazy
edited
stuff.
and
Yeah.
filmed.
his first video is out as of now. We just saw it, and it's just
Like,
incredible.
when I hear someone's first video, I expect it to be like not good.
Mhm.
But he was showing us it, and it's like very professionally done.
Yeah.
I pay much attention to the quality.
And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, and this is just a really cool experience that, of course, you can actually come do with him. And we'll see you in the next video where it's actually going to start getting dangerous. Yeah.